Hello and welcome to Roll Cyber's webinar series. My name is Ahmed, and together with my colleague Ubaid, we will be your hosts for today's session. I'll now pass over to Ubaid for a quick introduction before we start off.
Hi, I'm Ubed. I'm a data scientist here at Royal Cyber and really excited for today's session. Thank you all for joining. Back to Ahmed.
Thanks, Ubaid. We're thrilled that you're joining us today as we share our thoughts, insights, and best practices drawn from our experience in assisting organizations transform their business operations using data, analytics, and AI services. Before we delve into today's exciting topic of large language models and its application to the customer experience use case, I'd like us to quickly go over two short and simple ground rules. First, if you're unable to hear or see the presenter screen, please use the raise hand button or leave a comment in the Q&A section. And secondly, we highly value your thoughts. So please put your questions and thoughts in the question and answer section as they arise. We aim to address as many as we can today by the end of this presentation, and we promise to follow up on any that we can't answer today during our time together. With that out of the way, let's dive into our content for today. We have designed a lean but hopefully informative agenda for today. I'll begin with a brief introduction to Role Cyber, followed by setting the stage for the importance of large language models for businesses and why they're not merely a choice or a nice to have feature, but a strategic asset for any company. We will then cover an overview of large language models, generative AI, and other related content. I will then set things up for Abed to walk us through a live demo on using proprietary datasets trained on OpenAI's GPT-3 large language model, followed by some closing thoughts before we open the floor up for questions and answers. Roll Cyber is a global IT consulting and digital transformation company specializing in services, solutions, and software. We have over 600 plus happy and satisfied customers spanning across 10 countries and supported by a skilled team of over 2,000 plus Royal Siberians who are ready to help you with your digital transformation and business optimization journey. Next, we will provide a backdrop to illustrate why we believe that this new wave of AI is more than just a passing trend. It represents a real opportunity for organizations aiming to grow their business, reduce costs, improve ROI, and exceed customer expectations. We have identified five key seismic technological shifts in the recent history that have revolutionized how businesses operate and interact with their customers and suppliers. First off, we'll start off with personal computers, or more broadly, computers. It is indeed common knowledge now, but the advent of computers revolutionized business operations. They have not only simplified day to day administrative tasks through applications like word processors and spreadsheets, but also enabled intricate financial modeling, resource planning, and data analysis. Today, no business can imagine running without the computational power of computers. They're integral to decision making, improving efficiency, and driving innovation. The internet was a game changer, breaking down geographical barriers and enabling global reach. It has opened up new avenues for businesses to interact with customers, suppliers, and partners, from digital advertising to e commerce, online marketing research to real time communication. The internet has revolutionized the way businesses operate, making them faster, smarter, and more responsive to market dynamics. Well, smartphone brought the power of computers and the internet into our pockets. They have transformed businesses by enabling real-time communication, facilitating remote work, and opening up new customer touchpoints through mobile apps and social media. They have enabled instant access to data and insights, streamlined business processes, and have empowered customers like never before. Cloud computing has fundamentally altered the information technology landscape for businesses. It provides scalable resources on demand, enabling business to be more flexible and agile. With cloud services, business can quickly deploy new applications, improve data security, lower IT costs, and drive innovation without the hassle of maintaining the in-house hardware and software infrastructure. And last but not the least, artificial intelligence is the latest frontier businesses are exploring. In line with the previous megatrends, it holds the promise of transforming businesses by automating complex tasks, providing deep insights from data, improving customer service through chatbots, and even predicting market trends. AI is not just a tool, but a strategic asset that can drive competitive advantage, improve operational efficiency, and create new business models. As we internalize these trends, we also highlight that our expertise and services are designed to help you harness the power of AI, boosting your business performance and staying ahead of the curve in today's dynamic digital world. We believe that from the days of the Turing test to the present day, AI has finally entered the mainstream. I mean, it is just remarkable to see that to get to 1 million users, it took Netflix 3.5 years, but ChatGPT did that in 5 days, as also shown by the number of visits to their website increasing at a rapid rate since its launch in late November last year. We have all used and seen the power of generative AI as well. Examples in our daily and personal and professional lives, some of them are depicted here. Uh, we can see that ChatGPT can summarize, write code, and even tell us about itself. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The power unleashed is truly remarkable with endless possibilities as shown here, with a range of tasks automated and just a click away. But this remarkable power is not that useful for your specific business context because ChatGPT, like other large language models, by default, do not have secure and seamless access to your data. Imagine the ability to respond to your customers in real time with contextual and human-like responses, or the ability to summarize large corpus of your customer reviews and provide sentiment analysis using the same architecture, computation, and speed demonstrated by the large language models like ChatGPT. Cyber can help you in this journey. And lastly, we believe that the time to act is now. History tells us that the first movers advantage had new entrants take out the incumbents that were slow to move. One key lesson that is common through all of these innovations and transformations is that these companies, now some of them are depicted here, such as Netflix, Uber, and Wix, they met and exceeded their customer needs. Netflix not only brought a traditional DVD store to your PC, laptop, TV, or phone screens, it also revolutionized the entire content creation supply chain by optimizing each part of the value chain. From content production itself all the way through to rendering content to the devices, creating their own content rendering systems. They completely eradicated the disparate and slow to move brick and mortar DVD stores. Uber entered the market by merging location and spatial intelligence with a two-sided marketplace. This facilitated riders and vehicle owners who would not have met otherwise, impacting the traditional taxi business. Wix made making websites both easy and joyful by taking out the middleman. This obfuscated the coding bit for the average internet user, giving rise to the popular no-code movement. In the same vein, we believe that the large language models are the true game changers to today's modern businesses looking to transform their operations, and we believe that the time to act is now. Next, we'll provide a high-level overview of generative AI and large language models, and the power of customization to meet your specific business needs. Generative AI is a subset of deep learning models that can produce new content based on what is described in the input. OpenAI models is just a collection of generative AI models that are produced by OpenAI organization. They can produce language, code, and images. It is also important to note that OpenAI is not just the only organization. It's definitely the prominent one, but there's other organizations like Google and Facebook and many others that have come on the scene and have produced their own large language models. As a matter of fact, by mid-June, today, there's over 120 open source large language models available on Hugging Face leaderboard. It's pretty amazing that week upon week, so many more models have come up on the board, and they continue to increase. Large, the diagram in the middle attempts to provide us the nested relationship between the different aspects of the AI technology. We have the we have the language models and on the left, and then we have the generative AI on the right, and we can see popular models at that intersection of large language models and generative AI, such as GPT-3 or 4, ChatGPT, Llama, Bard, so on and so forth. Large language models, just like generative AI, are a subset of deep learning, and they also intersect with generative AI. They're large because they're trained on large training data sets. Uh, some of the estimates proclaim that GPT-3 was trained on approximately 45 terabyte of text data, and that is a lot of data. If you consider a typical 2-hour movie to be around 5 gigabytes, 45 terabyte of data could store about 9,000 roughly full-length movies. This would be equivalent of watching movies 24/7 for about a year and a half. That is a lot of data. Um, And then ChatGPT, that is built on GPT-3, is arguably the most renowned of all the models out there. And it was developed on 175 billion trainable parameters. So the size of the parameters is also large. We can think of parameters as the weights or coefficients in the context of neural networks, which are the parts of the model that are learned from the training data. They capture the information or the learned knowledge from the data. In this slide, we're presenting a small subset of this already exponentially expanding field in terms of the landscape, different players, different technologies, different aspects of the toolkit. So that just provides us an overview, given that generative AI is the topic du jour for the business communities around the world for its potential to transform how businesses operate. Uh, with our 20 plus years of experience in supporting digital transformation technologies and deep expertise in advanced data and analytics, we can help you navigate this maze and deliver a personalized business application that aligns with your business strategy. And today we'll be focusing on OpenAI, models from OpenAI, and building a front end app on Streamlit. How large language models work? Well, that's a question we continue to see coming, and in communities and our own customers reaching out to us asking about that. Uh, we've tried to summarize that in the next couple of slides, and also keeping it at a high level. But feel free to reach out to us if you wanted to have more in-depth discussion about this topic. Um, but at a quick glance, the base architecture that powers the large language models is known as the transformer architecture. It was published by Google in a research paper called Attention is All You Need in 2017. The transformer architecture is based on what they call an attention mechanism, which allows the model to learn long range dependencies in the input sequence, so in the input text. It is also capable to handle sequential data and consider the context of words in a sentence, which is really powerful and amazing and different from previous generations of natural language processing technologies. On the right is a schema, which is taken from the paper, and it encapsulates the nuts and bolts of this technology. And we're going to go into some of the key features now. First, we'll start with encoders. So encoders are it's like a translator. It takes words and turns them into a language the model understands. BERT is an example of a model that does that. Decoder, like a writer, it takes the model's language and turns it back into words we understand. So GPT is a model that does that. We have multiple layers of encoders and decoders. They're like having many translators and writers working together to understand more complex sentences. Examples are BERT, GPT, T5. They all use a mixture of these translators and writers to understand and generate language. Uh, Positional encodings are really important to this architecture. They're added to the input data to give transformers a sense of order or sequence, as they don't inherently understand the concept of position. Same in line is attention. This mechanism allows the model to assign different levels of importance to input elements based on their context. So, in other words, helps the model to focus on what is more important. Self-attention is a specific form of attention. It calculates the relevance of each word in a sentence to every other word in the same sentence. So, in other words, it helps us in understanding the full context of a sentence, which is pretty remarkable and powerful. The next two features of pre-training and fine-tuning are pretty ubiquitous to most machine learning models, but for the purposes of completeness, pre-training is like the model's basic training. It's learning from a huge range of texts, soaking up information and structure about language, but without a specific task in mind. So we can think of it as a cook who is learning to, chop and boil and saute before knowing what specific dish they'll make. And fine tuning is a stage that comes after the pre-training. So the model is given a specific job, like answering questions or summarizing texts. This is, again, akin to the cook now learning to make a specific dish, like pasta, using the skills they've learned in basic training. Um, OpenAI is, as mentioned before, a leading organization in artificial intelligence research and development, and they have created powerful language models, including GPT-3, Codex, and embedding series. These models have impressive capabilities, in understanding and generating human language. And ChatGPT is that state-of-the-art language model developed by OpenAI, and it's designed to facilitate, interactivity and dynamic conversations with users. OpenAI also uh, puts these models into different families. Here on the screen, we can see the language family and the multimedia family. And you can see chat is a function of the language family of models. Today, we'll be focusing on demonstration using GPT-3. Now, application significance of large language models in customer service. So, at a very high level, large language models can solve common language problems. So, text classification, document summarization, question answering, and even text generation. And we've also listed some key significant applications of large language models by verticals. So if you're in healthcare systems, for example, we can think of personalized treatment plans or virtual health assistants. If you're in retail and commerce, personalized recommendations on the fly, uh, in real time. Um, in that sort of real-time space, and also virtual shopping assistants, right? So they know the contextual understanding, they understand the customer in that moment, and the ability to provide in-moment personalized support and offers is truly a game changer. Financial services, again, that was intelligent chatbots, and also fraud detection. Manufacturing, again, with both the IoT side and also just the general machinery and uh, elements used within a manufacturing capacity, the ability to predict maintenance and also providing that supply chain optimization. We also customize these large language models. So one way to think about that is at the downstream, which is the prompt engineering phase, or which is where we provide the prompts. You know, um, we can provide prompts to customize the type of response we need. Um, Goal in each case is to provide a new task based on existing knowledge, uh, or which is zero shot, or a small number of examples, one or two shots. So let's look at them quickly. Zero shot is like being asked to perform a task you have never done or seen before, but you have to use your existing knowledge to figure it out. In terms of a language model, you're asking it to understand and respond to a prompt without having seen a similar example during its training. So in this example, we're asking the task description is to convert English to French, and the prompt provided is cheese. The next level of prompt engineering, or building on this foundation, is one-shot learning. So this is like seeing a task done once and then being asked to do it yourself. So for a language model, it means seeing one example of a task and then being asked to perform similar tasks based on that one single example, as depicted here. And the last one is few shot learning. So this is like seeing a task done a few times, and it could be uh, uh, various examples provided, not just two, or not just two. Um, you have a few examples to learn from. For a language model, it's given a few examples of a task, and then it uses these to respond to similar prompts. It's also important to understand how prompts really work in the context of uh, tokens, and completion. So the basic anatomy of the major components of interacting with a large language model from prompt to completion are depicted here. Here we can see the importance of using one-shot or many-shot learnings to enhance and customize the output. Prompt-based learning is how the model starts its task before rendering a completion. So if you start from the top with the context example, um, and all the way down to a user trying to input more information and completion, and how it relates it with the provider of the large language model. In this case, it's OpenAI, for example. Um, Another way to customize the large language models is midstream. So by that we mean fine tuning. So fine tuning lets you get more out of the models available through the API by providing high quality results than prompt design. So remember, prompt design or prompt engineering is at the lowest level. That's where we are providing examples, just trying to make the model look at the examples, learn from our responses, and then provide answer to the question, whereas fine tuning has a much broader ability. It is also um, economical in terms of the token savings due to shorter prompts, um, and it provides low latency requests. Um, in fine tuning, there's a few basic steps so we can prepare and upload training data. Again, within the prompting phase and prompt engineering phase, we are not able to provide large corpuses of data. In this specific format, we can prepare and upload training data. We can train a new fine model. Um, and that gives us the ability to use the fine-tune model in commercial settings. One example is the partnership between Microsoft and OpenAI on their Azure platform, where proprietary data can be uploaded to Azure platform and then rendered downstream to a REST endpoint. Most recently, Microsoft and OpenAI has partnered together um, to provide GPT-4 AI model to U.S. government agencies, which is pretty remarkable because it is the first time OpenAI had opened GPT-4 model outside of its chat functionality. Um, Now, federal, state, and local U.S. government customers can access OpenAI's GPT-4 and GPT-3 models as well for tasks such as generating answers to research questions, producing computer code, and summarizing field reports. Now we'll go to the most exciting part of this webinar, where we'll bring some of these learnings to life. And before I hand over to Abed, let me quickly set the narrative. So our topic for the demonstration today is, you know, uh, looking at personalized customer service via review analysis and AI-generated responses. Traditionally, companies would rely on feature groups and other research-based data collection methods to gather valuable customer feedback, which were very costly and suboptimal due to sample size limitations and just generally slow moving in nature. Modern organizations employ customer reviews collection technologies to understand customer sentiment, but still are not very successful at getting a quick summary of the issues at hand, specifically in the context of that real time and contextually replying in real time. We know that customer reviews data is important on many levels. Firstly, it serves as a direct feedback method to companies' products, services, and procurement processes. So that's just a litmus paper test to understand how companies are performing on all those three dimensions. Secondly, if it is publicly available, such as the one available on review sites, product review sites, and so on and so forth, it can act as both a source of new customer leads. If a company has 4 or 5 star rating with mostly positive reviews, or a deterrent to acquiring new customers. If the suboptimal reviews aren't addressed quickly and efficiently. And thirdly, it is a treasure trove of information for competitors and partners alike. So, not acting upon it in an agile way can impact competitive advantage and partnerships. So, it is critical to review, summarize, analyze, and act upon customer feedback data as a matter of strategic priority. In order to achieve that, and we've painted a business problem within the similar vicinity where retailers struggle to efficiently analyze and respond to customer feedback, which hinders their ability to improve the shopping experience and foster that customer loyalty. And as a solution, we're applying large language models to analyze these reviews and generate personalized responses, and a lot, basically integrating that real time aspect um, into this solution, and with many benefits downstream for the company. In order to achieve that, we believe that the computational and generative power of large language models can help companies unlock the tremendous value from customer reviews data assets and improve both top and bottom line, delivering delightful and timely experiences to the customers, and also positive ROI to the business, which is really, really important. Just a quick high-level overview. In this setting, you'll see customer reviews data passed through an app, which then goes and talks to OpenAI. We then get a response based on the prompt or the question, and then that response is passed back to the front end app. So we'll see that in real life. Just quickly and very briefly, the data set we're using is from ASOS. It's a Kaggle data set, and ASOS is a British online fashion and cosmetic retailer. They have over 850 brands that they sell across 196 countries, with fulfillment centers in key areas in the world. And our solution framework also has some real-time applications that we've seen in other digital commerce places, such as uh, AI-powered analysis at Walmart that provides customer sentiment, at Amazon, streamlining all of the customer reviews into a summary to get a pulse check, um, or at Sephora, where they optimize their performance marketing using AI-driven review of keywords. At Nordstrom, they uh, provide an intelligent customer response generation, which is contextually relevant. And then at Best Buy, comprehensive customer reviews summary. So across a given customer, actually, they can provide different genres of reviews and summary. Well, with that, without much further ado, I'll pass over to Obaid.
Thank you, Ahmed, for the insightful introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today in this exciting webinar. I'm thrilled to present you a demo that will revolutionize the retail customer experience using ChatGPT. As we are talking about retail industry, so one of the biggest challenges faced by businesses is efficiently analyzing and responding to customers' feedback. This hurdle often hampers their ability to improve the shopping experience and foster customer loyalty. But worry no more, because our ChatGPT solution is here. With the power of ChatGPT, we have developed a cutting-edge approach that enables us to analyze customer reviews and generate personalized responses in real time. In this demo, we will be using the ASOS customer reviews dataset, which is openly available on Kaggle. Something about ASOS: so they are popular online fashion and cosmetic retailer known for their trendy and affordable clothing options. By analyzing customer reviews from ASOS, we can gain valuable insights into customer sentiments, summarize customer reviews, extract key insights from customer reviews, generate AI-powered responses, and comprehensive customer review summaries. We will also look into our app and will go through the whole process in real time. I think it's enough with the introduction, so let's dive into the demo. In the first part of this notebook, we have imported some of the necessary libraries including OpenAI. Then we have loaded our ASOS customer reviews dataset, and further, we are selecting the top 10 rows from our dataset. Now that we have loaded our dataset, let's move on to the first task, which is unveiling customer sentiments through AI-powered analysis. Let's take a moment to see how major retail chains like Walmart are leveraging AI-powered sentiment analysis to gain valuable insights from customers' feedback. Walmart, known for its customer-centric approach, utilizes advanced NLP techniques to analyze customer reviews, social media mentions, and other feedback channels. By understanding customer sentiments, Walmart can identify satisfaction levels and make data-driven decisions to enhance their products and services. Now, let's explore how we can achieve similar results using ChatGPT and our own customer reviews. So firstly, I define the sentiment prompt for my ChatGPT model, and I instruct the model to classify the sentiment of the provided review content into the categories of negative, neutral, or positive. Then, by iterating over the top 10 rows of our dataset, we extract the review content and employ ChatGPT to classify the sentiment expressed in each review. As we can see that ChatGPT successfully classifies each sentiment as positive, negative, or neutral for all 10 reviews. To further analyze the results, we have created a data frame containing review content and classified sentiment. We have also performed some EDA in which we have created a pie chart to examine the sentiment distribution, and we observed that 60% of the reviews are positive, 20% are negative, and 20% are neutral. To better understand the results, let's try to analyze fresh customer review with our Streamlit app. So here we are having our app, and in the sidebar, we are having multiple options. So firstly, we will try it with unveiling customer sentiments through AI-powered analysis. Now, let's give it a review. To save our time, I'm having some here, so let's copy one of them. So let's go with this one. It seems like a positive one, but let's see how ChatGPT classifies it. So yeah, it's a positive. ChatGPT basically uses the power of NLP and provides us with valuable insights into the sentiments expressed by customers in their reviews. Moving on to the next task, which is streamlined customer review summarization. Starting with an example of Amazon, because they have already embraced AI technology to achieve this task. Amazon leverages powerful machine learning algorithms to automatically generate summaries of customer reviews, highlighting key aspects, sentiments, and ratings. This simplifies the process for potential customers which allow them to quickly grasp the overall feedback and they can make well-informed purchasing decisions. Now, let's explore how we can achieve a similar outcome using ChatGPT and our own customer reviews. Here, I'm defining the summary prompt for my ChatGPT model and I provide some information about ASOS. The task is to summarize the given review content in one sentence. Then, by iterating over the top 10 rows of our dataset, we have extracted the review content and then leveraging ChatGPT to generate the concise summary for each review. As we can see that ChatGPT successfully summarizes all the reviews provided, so now it would be very easy for potential customers to understand the overall feedback and satisfaction level of customers. Further, we have created a data frame containing review content and summarized sentence, and we have also performed some EDA in which we have created a bar chart and we are having the 5 reviews with their corresponding summaries generated by ChatGPT in this bar chart. So now, let's go to our app and we will summarize a fresh customer review. Now, we will select the second option from the sidebar, which is Streamlined Customer Review Summarization. So let's try it with a different review this time. So I'm having some here. So let's copy this one as it seems like it's a big one. So let's go with it. Now let's see how ChatGPT summarize it for us. So yeah, here we are having a summary and now we can just read it and we will be able to understand the overall feedback and satisfaction level of customers. So by leveraging the power of language modeling, ChatGPT helps us to extract the key aspects, sentiments, and ratings from the customer reviews, and these summaries can help potential customers in understanding overall feedback and they can make well-informed purchasing decisions. So now, moving forward to the next task, which is AI-driven review keyword analysis. Again, starting with an example of Sephora because they utilizes AI-driven review keyword analysis to unlock key insights from customers' feedback. By analyzing customer reviews from various channels, including websites and mobile apps, retailers can identify commonly mentioned product features, ingredients, or concerns. This invaluable information helps them to understand customer preferences, optimize product offerings, and tailor marketing strategies. Now, let's see how we can extract key insights from our customer reviews using ChatGPT. Starting with defining the keyword prompt for my ChatGPT model, and I instruct the model to identify emotions expressed by customers based on the review content of ASOS. The task is to summarize these emotions into 3 keywords and provide in a list format. And then in the next cell, by iterating over the top 10 rows of our dataset, we have extracted the review content and then using ChatGPT to extract the key insights from each review. As we can see that ChatGPT successfully provides us with the key insights from each of the review, which would definitely help us to understand customer reviews in a more better way. Further, we have created a data frame containing review and summarized sentence, and we have also performed some EDA in which we have created a bar chart which is basically showing us the frequency of each of the keyword. In this bar chart, we are basically checking the frequency of each keyword. So to better understand the outcome, let's go to our app and we will extract some key insights from fresh customer review. Now, I'm going to select the third option, which is Key Insights AI-driven review keywords. And let's give it a fresh review this time, as I'm having some here. So let's copy one of them. Now, let's see how ChatGPT provides us with key insights from this review. So yeah, we are having the keywords, and by reading these keywords, we can identify various emotions expressed by customers. ChatGPT basically uses the power of language modeling and help us to identify the commonly mentioned features, ingredients, or concerns, which allow us to gain a deeper understanding of customer preferences, and we can optimize our product offerings accordingly. Now that we have completed three major tasks, so let's move on to the next step, which is generating AI-powered responses to customer reviews. Starting with an example of Nordstrom, as they are using AI-powered systems to generate personalized responses to customer reviews. By utilizing NLP techniques, they can analyze customer feedback and automatically generate appropriate responses that addresses customer concerns, express gratitude for positive feedback, and provide solutions to any issues raised by customers. Now, let's see how we can generate AI-powered responses with the power of ChatGPT. To achieve this task, we start by customizing the response prompt for our ChatGPT model, and we instruct the model to generate a personalized reply message based on the review content of ASOS customer. By using prompting techniques, we ensure that the response always starts with "Dear customer" if the customer's name is unavailable. We ensure that the response is complete and ends with "ASOS customer service." Next, we iterate over the top 10 rows of our dataset and extracting review content. Then with the power of ChatGPT, we have generated personalized responses to each of the review. So amazingly, we can see that ChatGPT successfully generated responses for each of the customer review. If we look at these responses are very much customized. Further, we have created a data frame containing review content and reply message, and we have also created the final data frame in which we are combining all the insights, and we have also performed some EDA in which we have created a bar chart to analyze the most frequently occurring word in reply messages. Now, to better understand these AI-powered responses, let's dive into our app and assess it with a fresh review. Now, I'm going to select the fourth option from the sidebar, which is Intelligent Customer Response Generation. So let's give it a fresh review from the ones we have. This time, I'm going to select the last one. Let's copy it and give it to our app. And let's see how ChatGPT generate an AI-powered response for this customer review. So yeah, here we are having an amazing response which is generated by ChatGPT, and it's addressing customer concerns, expressing gratitude for the feedback, and providing solutions to the issues raised by customer. By leveraging the power of NLP, ChatGPT helps us to address all these concerns, and you can just read it and you will be able to see that how good that response is, and as well as we have customized it for ASOS. So now Let's move on to the final task, in which we will see how we can generate comprehensive customer review summaries using ChatGPT. Starting with an example of Best Buy, a leading electronics retailer, they utilize AI algorithms to generate comprehensive customer review summaries. By analyzing thousands of reviews, they capture the main sentiments like pros and cons mentioned by customers for each product. This approach helps potential buyers to quickly assess the overall sentiment, and they can make well-informed decisions. Similarly, we can generate comprehensive customer review summaries using ChatGPT and our own customer reviews. So firstly, we are basically concatenating all the 10 reviews into a string. Then we are defining a summary prompt for our ChatGPT model to summarize the review content in 100 words. And further, we are using ChatGPT to generate comprehensive review summaries for all the 10 reviews. As we can see that ChatGPT successfully provides us with the concise summary for all these reviews. So now, if we look at this summary, which is generated by ChatGPT for our reviews, it's impressive, as it captures both positive and negative experiences and highlighting customer service, product quality, and delivery issues which has been faced by customers. So, to better understand comprehensive review summaries, let's go to our app and try it with some fresh reviews in real time. Now, we will select the last option from the sidebar, which is comprehensive customer review summaries. For this task, we basically need more than one review, so we are having some here. So let's copy them and paste all of these reviews, and let's see how ChatGPT provides us with the concise summary for all these reviews. So yeah, here we are having the concise summary for all these reviews, and we can just read it and we'll be able to understand the main sentiments like pros and cons mentioned by customers in their reviews, and it will definitely help potential buyers to make well-informed purchasing decisions. With the completion of this task, we have demonstrated the power of ChatGPT in transforming the retail customer experience from sentiment analysis to review summarization, keyword analysis, intelligent response generation, and comprehensive summaries. By leveraging the power of AI, retailers can now unlock valuable insights, streamline their customer service, and enhance the overall customer experience. So now I'm going to hand over to Ahmed. Please continue.
Thanks, Ubaid. It was amazing to see how the front end app is so easy, responsive, and optimized for ASOS. I'm sure this will appeal to ASOS and our prospects and customers in commerce and related domains. Um, Here we summarize different ways to go about approaching the large language models along with their pros and cons. We can see that using model inputs and prompts on your custom data and leveraging existing large language models such as GPT-3 is the most cost-effective and optimal way to approach this. And Rules Cyber can help you get started. With this webinar, we have an exclusive offer by providing free consultation and access to jumpstarting packs starting from $0. So, feel free to reach out to us to discuss further if you wish. Our contact information is listed here. You can also reach out to your account manager if you're an existing customer. Just drop us a line and we'll be more than happy to take you through the next steps.